Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here for Fight Up TV in Las Vegas, being joined by a very special guest. I'm excited to get to talk to you, Chris. Welcome over to Fight Up TV, Chris Eubank Sr. We're here for the Mayweather Mcgregor fight build-up. It's been a crazy event on the media side of things for me to see all this attention this fight has been getting. You having fought, being a legend that you are, and seeing it and being a part of so many events, what's your perspective on this compared to the other events you've been a part of?
Well, first of all, let's make reference to the critics who say that this fight is a farce. Firstly, I would not travel over the Atlantic to watch it if it was a farce. It's not. This man has a way to win. Why? Because he has will. Before I go into that, let me talk to you about the critics. Theodore Roosevelt, he said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out where the strong man stumbled or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, the one who strives valiantly, the one who errs and comes short again and again, the one who understands the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, the one who spends himself in a worthy cause, the one who knows at best in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he should fail, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold or timid souls who know neither defeat nor victory." Now, Conor McGregor steps up to the plate. Here's a man fighting the best in the world. That deserves credit. He's not to be dismissed. He's not to be discarded as a guy who doesn't have a chance. He's stepping up to the plate. Now, he's supposed to get hurt in this fight. Mayweather is a master tactician. After rounds and rounds of being hit with a man who has the precision of a Mayweather, it hurts. This man will be bruised. He will get black eyes. He will be torn up. He will be hit to the body. He will be hit. That is to be admired. That reminds me of a man called Rocky, who we fell in love with. Why? Because he had the courage to step up to the plate. McGregor embodies that, because in this paradigm, you're right. They're right. It is a farce. He has no right being in the ring with Mayweather. But for this reason, I've traveled for this fight, because the Irish are, out of many, a special people. Why? Their fighters of old were known as Celtic warriors. In warfare, they have ghost-like spirits and are able to do what other nations couldn't do. And this today, this modern day gladiating, as we're about to witness come Saturday night, is just that. This is not a playboy. Look at his ears. They're cauliflowered. 4 years ago, as you may have heard him say, I was fighting in front of 100 people. 70 of those people were family and friends. So this guy's coming from poverty, hardship. This guy's real. So for those listening now, they may say, well, hold on a minute, well, it's boxing. And there's no way, the guy's never had a pro fight. He's an MMA fighter. He's got no reason being in the ring with Mayweather. That is actually true, and it's right. However, what you forget is, a boxer doesn't have to box. He can fight. So if that man brings to Mayweather a fight which is ungamely, uncouth, messy, unhinged, maniacal, that's a 50-50 fight, if he can do it. To do such a thing, you have to be insane. Or you have to switch into that insane beast mode, which I used to do all the time in my career, which is why I was able to win 19 World Championship fights.
In terms of that mental part of the game, Conor has this incredible self-belief in himself, and certainly when you're in this game, every fighter feels they can beat any fighter in the world at any given time. But it's something where that self-belief is, he's manifested things into existence. He calls it Mystic Mac when he says he's going to knock someone out at a certain time. Let me know, based on your experience, that mental part of the game coming into a fight and how it can end up manifesting itself in reality.
Okay, well, the truth of the mechanism or philosophy of how it works is, if you believe it to be true, it actually is. You are most certainly halfway there if you believe it to be true, knowing. If he knows this is not a farce, if he uses the tactics of warfare, as in attack, 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 attack. I mean, maniacally, he makes it a 50-50 fight, maybe even 70-30 in his favor, because that's what he does. Mayweather is a boxer, he's a tactician. He is the Casper of boxing. He is the grandmaster. Now, that's only real if you give him time.
It's only like 2-3 months, I think, right? For camp?
No, I'm not talking about time in terms of training camp. I'm talking about time in terms of boxing. So when he's standing there,
yeah,
I can tell you this, look.
Then if you want me, I can get in Conor's stance. His stance is always like this.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, if he does his stance,
yeah,
he loses.
Yeah.
Meaning, if he does like this, you don't have the time.
Yeah.
Rush.
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 Away.
Rush.
Yeah.
And that is the only way, only possible way to dethrone and to do the impossible. It's the only way.
If you were to train a fighter to fight Floyd Mayweather, or even if yourself, if you had a time machine and you can go back in time and you could fight Floyd, I know you guys different weight classes and all that, but how would you decipher that style? What would be an effective way to beat him or approach a fight with him?
Well, it would not be to box him. You have to fight him.
Just make it rough, make it
dirty.
Yeah.
You can't box. You can't box the Grand Wizard. He's the Grand Wizard. You have to fight him. You have to take him out of his comfort zone. And it is as simple as that. Hard to do. Simple to say, hard to do. Okay? Extremely difficult to do. And if he comes close, it means he can go all the way, because it's about method. He's not a boxer, so he has to fight. He has to stop that. If Mayweather can measure you, you can't beat him. He can't be beaten. Again, 24 World Championship fights. He cannot be beaten if you're going to measure him. You got to rush him. Rush, rush, rush. And I'm here to, maybe it's all in my head. Maybe no one else agrees with me. Maybe I'm crazy. But it's an interesting point of view. And so there could be 1,000,001 ways in which to beat this man. This is the only way I can think of. And I should say, I don't choose sides. I'm not taking Mcgregor's side or Floyd's. I'm a fighter, so I'm just. I'm fair. You have to win my respect. The reason why I love Rocky is because he won my respect. Oh, it's acting, I understand. But it's about people respected him because he went beyond the call of duty in these with this fictitious story. Well, this is the real life Rocky, or he could be in this Conor McGregor. So it's a very interesting it could be very interesting. It may not be, but I can see how it could be.